Chosen one. God hid this gift inside your greatest pain. Tonight, it finally activates. Chosen one, don't skip this message. Because what you're about to hear may explain everything you've been through. For years, you've wondered why your journey has been harder than everyone else's. Why you've carried burdens nobody seemed to understand. Why you've cried in silence while everyone assumed you were strong. You asked God over and over, "Why me?" But tonight, heaven is giving you an answer. God hid a gift inside your greatest pain. And tonight, that gift begins to awaken. Chosen one. The enemy believed your pain would destroy you. God designed it to reveal you. There is a difference. Pain can either make a person bitter or make them wiser. It can either close your heart or prepare it for a purpose greater than you ever imagined. The enemy expected your wounds to become your prison. Instead, God has been transforming them into your greatest source of strength. Nothing you've survived was meaningless. Every disappointment, every betrayal, every lonely night, every unanswered prayer, every season when you felt forgotten, every tear that nobody saw, heaven recorded every one of them. And none of it was wasted. Chosen one. Have you ever noticed something strange? The people who comfort others the best usually know what suffering feels like. The people who inspire hope often fought hopelessness themselves. The strongest faith is rarely born in comfort. It is born inside battles. That is why your story has been different. God wasn't punishing you. He was preparing you. Preparation often feels painful while you're living through it, but one day, you discover the pain wasn't your ending, it was your training. Think about Joseph. His brothers betrayed him. He was falsely accused. He spent years in prison. But every painful season taught him something he would need as a ruler. Imagine if Joseph had skipped the prison. Would he have become the leader God intended? Probably not, because pain developed wisdom that comfort never could. Chosen one. Your greatest struggle has secretly been your greatest teacher. The enemy focused on your wounds. God focused on your growth. Every time life knocked you down, you stood back up. Not because you were fearless, because God's hand refused to let you stay there. That resilience became your gift. Every attack increased your discernment. Every disappointment increased your faith. Every delay increased your patience. You thought you were only surviving. Heaven says you were becoming. There is something powerful happening tonight. God is awakening a level of spiritual clarity you've never experienced before. The confusion that surrounded you will begin to disappear. The people who once fooled you will no longer have access to your peace. Your spirit has become more sensitive. You'll notice things before they happen. You'll recognize motives behind words. You'll feel the difference between pressure and peace. This isn't coincidence. This is spiritual maturity. Chosen one, the enemy fears a healed person, because a healed person cannot be manipulated by old wounds. Someone who knows their identity doesn't chase approval. Someone who knows their purpose doesn't fear rejection. Someone who trusts God doesn't panic during delays. Healing removes the enemy's greatest weapon, and heaven has been healing you little by little. Even when you thought nothing was changing. Think back to the person you were 2 years ago. Would that version of you have handled today's battles the same way? Probably not. Because you've grown. You've become calmer, stronger, more patient, more discerning, more dependent on God. Growth happened so gradually, you almost missed it, but heaven didn't. God sees every quiet transformation. He celebrates every small victory that nobody else notices. Every time you chose forgiveness over revenge, you became stronger. Every time you chose faith over fear, your gift became sharper. Every time you chose prayer instead of panic, something inside you awakened. Chosen one, there is another reason your pain was necessary. It gave you compassion. The future God has planned for you involves people who are hurting. people searching for hope, people carrying burdens just like you once carried. How could you lead them if you had never walked through darkness yourself? The greatest healers are often those who once needed healing. The greatest encouragers are often those who once needed encouragement. Your scars are becoming someone else's roadmap. Never be ashamed of what you've survived, because your testimony carries power. Not because your story was perfect, because God remained faithful through it all. Chosen one, tonight marks the beginning of something new, not because everything around you suddenly changes, because something inside you changes. You'll stop seeing yourself as broken. You'll begin seeing yourself as chosen. You'll stop asking, "Why did this happen to me?" and start asking, "How can God use this for His glory?" That single question changes everything, because purpose transforms pain into power. The enemy wanted your history to become your shame. God is turning it into your greatest message. There are people waiting for the wisdom you gained through suffering. There are lives you'll impact simply by sharing what God brought you through. Nothing was random. Nothing was wasted. Nothing escaped God's attention. Chosen one, some of you have been praying for a sign. Here it is. And the fact that you're still standing after everything you've survived is already proof that God's hand has never left you. Many people would have quit. You didn't. Many people would have given up. You kept believing. Many people would have walked away from God. Instead, you searched for Him even more. That faith has not gone unnoticed. Heaven rewards perseverance. God honors endurance. And the season of merely surviving is coming to an end. A new season is beginning. A season where your wounds become wisdom. Your pain becomes purpose. Your tears become testimony. And your greatest weakness becomes your greatest strength. Chosen one, before you sleep tonight, stop asking God to erase your past. Instead, thank Him for carrying you through it. Because without those difficult seasons, you would never have discovered the incredible gift He placed inside you. The gift wasn't created by your pain. It was revealed through your pain. And tonight, heaven is activating what has been hidden for years. Walk forward with confidence. Walk forward with peace. Walk forward knowing that nothing you suffered was in vain, because the same pain the enemy thought would destroy your destiny has become the very thing God will use to fulfill it. Remember this one truth for the rest of your life. God never wastes a wound. He transforms it into purpose, and your greatest purpose is only just beginning.